see if they'll pick up. I actually like the YouTube live. These are pretty. Make sure I get it.
That streaming from YouTube.
That's live on YouTube.
Where do your comments pop up at?
They'll come across the bottom.
Okay.
Ain't nobody on yet. First person just got on. What's up there, folks? We're just doing a little fishing. Just doing a little fishing. El Catfish Grande. What's up, man? Give y'all a few minutes to hop on here and see if we can do something exciting tonight. We should, because we got these rods out. They've been there for a few minutes, ain't got no bites, so hopefully they're waiting on y'all. Hey, if you don't mind, go ahead and share this stream. Go ahead and share it to your favorite social media platform. We'd be greatly appreciative. And get us a good crowd in here. We'll hang out for a little while. How's the stream coming in? We pretty clear? Can you see? Let's grab this light, set it right up here, see if we can get it somewhere.
Where do you want it?
I don't know, wherever it might. Yeah, just something to light up. I don't know if that helps or hurts it. Good deal, good deal, good deal. Well, you can see what we got back here. We got 5 rods out. All Catch the Fever rods. Got 4 heavy action Big Cat Fever rods, and we got 1 Hellcat. It's over yonder way. That one. That one, yeah. And we got some boat sway going on, good grief. But we may have to move spots here shortly, but we just wanted to get on here and invite y'all in.
The tree's swaying pretty good back here, ain't it?
Yeah. Well, so I'll tell you who I got with me tonight. I've got Jeremy Colvin,
What's up, guys?
Fin Seeker TV. Now, Jeremy is actually down on vacation, come vacation in Panama City. He's actually from Kentucky, right?
That's right.
What town in Kentucky?
Glasgow.
Glasgow, wherever that's at. But it's that way, up north. Way up yonder way.
About 9 hours.
9 hours. So anyways, he was down in my neck of the woods, and we decided, hey, we'll hook up and go see if we can catch a fish. And we've accomplished that. We've caught a couple of decent fish already. Obviously, we're putting together a video for you guys too. So should be able to find something at a later time on our channel here. And you should be able to find something on Jeremy's channel. So if you guys are not already subscribed, be sure you go over and check out Jeremy's channel and subscribe. That is Fin Seeker TV. And I've been watching a lot of his videos. Got a lot of good stuff on there. I think your last video caught a pretty good blue cat on it.
Yeah, I caught a 41-pound blue last week.
So I'll take a 41-pound blue any day. I'd always be proud of a good fish like that. He's got a lot of good stuff on there. And Jeremy's home lake is actually kind of substantially different than our lake here. What's up, Dale? How you doing, man? Dale, hey, Slip. We but his home lake, from talking with him, Muskrat Adventures. What's up, man?
What's up, Roger?
Well, he's just hanging out, man. We trying to catch us a fish, but yeah, Jeremy's home lake is a definitely more of a still body of water. It's a pretty much no current. Um,
Thermocline.
Thermocline. Now how deep does your lake average? And does it actually have? Is it just a big hole in the ground, or does it have some type of a river channel or natural pathway through it that is deeper, or is it just a
You
big
have your
blob?
main channels that go through these creeks, and usually at the mouth of these creeks, about 35, 38 foot's the maximum depth you're going to get. If you go up to the dam, there is a 70-foot hole up there, but about 55 foot in the rest of the lake. So not a very deep lake. But
Well, I mean, not a deep lake to you. That's a deep lake to me because on Lake Seminole, which is my home lake, 40 foot, down by the dam is pretty deep water. River channel runs 25 to 30, 35 foot. You get up in the rivers a little bit and you find some pretty good holes. But as far as just overall depth, Lake Seminole is a relatively shallow lake. A lot of Lake Seminole is 10 foot.
like I was telling you earlier, with a thermocline like I have on my home lake, we're fishing pretty shallow. We're catching most of our fish in the backs of the creeks. These fish can go below that thermocline, but they don't stay down there long. Most of the time it's 10 foot or less.
All right, so tell me this. I know you just said then that you got to go to the back of the creek to target, to go find that shallow water. You go to the shallow water. Do you ever catch those fish in the deep water but fishing shallow? Example, if it's 30 or 40 foot and you fish 10 foot below the surface in the open water, do you ever have success like that?
I do. You can actually drift above the thermocline. That's worked good. I've caught a lot of fish this summer doing that. I don't always fish the backs of the creeks. Lately I've had better luck back here. But I'll find some mud flats or something out on the main lake, and what I look for is just the bait. If there's bait on them flats an hour or two before dark, them catfish are going to come in there, especially right at dark. That's prime time to be on them flats. So either the flats up on the main lake, or if we have a bunch of rain or something, we get a little bit of current from the creeks pushing into the lake, then I'll head straight back to the backs of the creeks, because that water's typically 15 degrees cooler back here, and you got your muddy runoff and everything, and it's just more oxygen and everything.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. That sounds similar to how I would, approach something like that. But I think you said the real key thing is finding bait. I can tell you the best rule of thumb: if you're fishing somewhere that you fished your whole life or somewhere that you've never been, if you find bait stacked up anywhere, if you find schools of bait, there will be predator fish out there.
Yep.
Now, whether or not you find, the big predators or the small predators, that I think that's, then you kind of got to start breaking down, what areas holding bait, and then targeting certain depths and structures and whatnot. But I definitely think overall, if you find the bait, you'll find your better fish.
And typically this time of year, what I do is, before I even have a game plan where I think I want to go, I'll go look at some spots. But whatever, sorry about that. But maybe a spot that I wore them out on the previous weekend or something, I may check it out. That don't mean I'm going to fish it though. If the bait's not there, the catfish aren't going to be there. You may catch a stray one or two here and there, but as far as my lake where I live, bait's the key.
Tommy, man, I see. I didn't even notice your comment. You snuck that one by me. Me and old Tommy Jones, we'll be headed to Helena in a few weeks. if anybody's rich out there and wants to send us some Helena spending money, shoot me a message and I'll shoot you the PayPal account. There's something happening back yonder way. Right there, is he gonna do it? And he acted like he did. I'm surprised that one changed his mind. This one, right yonder. He took a pretty good slap at it, I thought.
Yeah, he did.
I'll tell you something else that's common. Looking up around here, you'll see we'll get bats and chimney sweeps. I keep feeling stuff hit the side of the boat. Might be an alligator. So that looked promising for a second.
Yeah, thought he was gonna take
He
it.
might have took the bait as quick as he popped it like that. We'll give it 2 or 3 more minutes, and if not, we'll rebait. We're using live bluegill, live brim bluegill, panfish, any kind of panfish, anything that was swimming went in the tank. We started the night out. We had about 50, 40 to 50. We caught a few good ones. Had a few. So that's what we've been using. Pretty much ran live bait all night through one piece of cut skipjack, but no takers on it. But we're pretty much targeting flatheads in this area that we're on, this specific stretch of river. I mean, live bluegill is always key. I've thrown skipjack down here till I'm blue in the face, and it's just hard to catch flatheads on them down here, which is funny, I know, because most anywhere else, good old skipjack head's as good a flathead bait as you'll find. But
We've been catching a lot of blues on the live bluegill here lately too.
yep, we catch a handful of them down here too. We put in at Gaskin Park, Tommy. We put in down here at Gaskin, but it's been slow tonight, man. I mean, it's been about as slow as I can ever remember it being down here. Now, obviously, we're both filming, so we've had some fish that, had we not been filming and just fishing, probably could have got to them and done something with them, but that's a weird bite. That's a real weird bite. We got a bite right here on this second one again, but that is acting sure enough funny. Yeah, he pulled that thing up, man. I can't tell. I think I'd go back there and get that rod in my hand, and I think I'd thump his head one time. If he ain't on there, we'll put a new bait on and throw it back out. But setting fire to him. That was a crazy bite now. Come out. Oh, it did. Having trouble getting that bluegill in his mouth, wasn't he? Yeah, he's struggling with that. Man, and there's a tree right here.
colored up pretty down here. Pretty cool up there. Put the old snatch on it.
Sometimes you got to make your mind up for them. Now that fish hit on and off for 5 minutes just then.
You want it rebaited?
Oh, what you think? You think we'll rebait, give it a few more minutes, or you think we'll just leave it out for right now and give it 5 minutes? Let's just leave it out and give it 5 minutes and then we'll bounce again.
All right.
Yeah, we'll just leave that one. We'll leave that one out. We'll give it 5 minutes and then we'll bounce. Go to another spot. Frontline flatheads.
We got a hit back here on the Hellcat.
Uh-oh. Got a little Hellcat action. What's up, Daniel? Oh, Hollywood. Daniel, man, that was a heck of a comeback you guys made this weekend. They had a good solid bag day one in Caruthersville up there, and had a tire blow slam up on them on the way back, destroyed the fender and all that, and they ended up not able to weigh those fish in, wasn't able to get them weighed in on day one. So had a no weight on day one, and then caught enough fish on day two that their day two weight alone, I think they finished in 12th place.
Wow.
Just outside the top 10. I mean, that's pretty remarkable. That's, you know, they were swinging for the fences. If I'm not mistaken, I think, didn't I see where you guys would have really been in, with your day one total plus your day two total would have put them in the top 5. I think it would have been about 4th place. You know, so that's a tough break, but I like the approach. But yeah, like I said, guys, if y'all have not already done so, go over and check out Jeremy's channel. It's Fin Seeker TV. He's got a lot of good videos on there. Like I said, he does a lot of fishing in a lake. You know, which is, you know, obviously I got a lot of lake videos too, but I spend a lot of time on the river. So I think you guys would really enjoy his channel, and got a lot of different stuff on it, and based out of Kentucky. I know you got some Kentucky guys out there. So y'all be sure to go check him out. I hear him. Hellcat. Yep, he's about to go. Watch that Hellcat. Watch that Hellcat right there. Yeah, I'd smoked him. Oh, good grief. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that fish had nothing but the fish. I don't think he didn't have no hook. And I'll tell you something you guys probably don't really think about, but man, you run primarily mono.
Yeah, 40-pound slime line
So
on my main line and 60-pound leader line.
it is a completely different feel to everything when you go from mono to braid. I use braid for my anchor rods, and I use mono for my drift and dragging rods. And it is, like when I anchor fish with, if I, when I'm dragging on the lake, I may stop and decide I want to anchor. So I'm not going to pull out all my anchor rods. I'm just going to throw my dragging rods out there with a clip-on weight. But it is so different. The feel and the fight, the bite, everything is completely different.
Is that a boat sway or?
I think that's the boat sway, and that thing's sitting on a log now. If I had to guess, I would say that bait is now, that little bit of reeling, that there's a log running this way. That bait's on the back side of it. And when you reeled it, it's just got the bait lifted up off the ground, the bottom now. So when the boat sways, it's pulling that rod tip down. But I don't think the bait, when the boat sways, I think it's pulling the bait up off the bottom. Because that's an extra heavy Hellcat, and there's quite a bit of bend in it, just on the boat sway.
Yeah. There's a whole lot more sensitivity in that braid, though.
Oh, yeah. Well, and so the number one thing with fishing braid that you have to be cognizant of is backing your drag off. Now, I run my drag super, super tight when these rods are casted out. And the reason is because when a fish hits it and goes down into that underwater log jam or structure, I don't want him to be able to pull no drag and go where he wants to go. I want it to dot his eyes and turn him around. So I run that, I'll give him about 2 foot until that backbone of that rod kicks in, and then I want him turning and putting his head back towards the sky. But when you get that fish close to the boat, you have to absolutely start backing some drag off and give that fish some, because you don't have that stretch of that mono. And I've lost a lot of fish personally by the boat. I've seen a lot of people lose fish by the boat. You got to back out way off. Mono gives you a lot more forgiveness when you get close to the boat because you still got some stretch.
Yeah.
That's what I heard. I heard it could catch a crappie now. I did hear that.
I'm still messing that outside rod over here.
This one?
The end one over here.
Yeah. Jeremy, how often do y'all come to Florida? Y'all come every year?
Yeah, we usually come down June or July every year. We're a little later this year. Yeah, we've come to Panama the last probably 3 years. Panama, Destin, Pensacola. We like the Gulf Coast.
For just a little while. Then most people get tired of it.
Yeah. I like the fresh seafood. I come down here to eat my weight in oysters this week. I intend to.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
That's the plan tomorrow night.
Where y'all going tomorrow night?
We're going over to Destin. We're going to Bro Tula's. Eat some black and grilled snapper. Some raw oysters.
Sounds like a pretty good afternoon.
And anything else they want to put in front of me.
Yeah. Well, it may be time to bounce down again. Had a couple of hits right here. I thought they was gonna fire up for a minute, but I think we need to bump down again. All right, we're gonna reel them up. Feel that weight bouncing. Now, here's where you get to test my theory on the heavy braid. When you reel that thing down, if you reel it on down as far as it'll go, and you put your thumb on that belly, you pull it straight to you, it's a lot easier to me to make something happen. Yeah. Now, you still got 100-pound strength down there, but see, it's broke up 80-pound leader that easy, you know, and it's just it's a lot better to get that back that easy than walk back and forth to the front of the boat 3 times trying to stretch that mono. Yeah. Because I can get another hook. I know a guy. Shout out to Dale. We're losing another hook right here too. Yeah, like it was moving. I think you got the log covered. And that's another good example. Just pull the whole thing up. Florida's known for some of the best fish sticks around. All right, we're bouncing down again. I got one more right out. Oh.
Got the bait on the Hellcat.
Well, next time we come back, there'll be a fish there. We at least know that. I appreciate y'all for hitting the thumbs up button. A lot of people don't realize how much that means to us. Leave a thumbs up, leave a comment, hit the subscribe button if you hadn't already. Give a share, tell a friend. That means that makes it all worthwhile. Looks too easy. I don't know what that is. That looks pretty gnarly, don't it?
Yeah.
Better look where I'm going. Man, what am I doing? Just spinning in circles. Good grief. I spun all the way around. I just act like I know how to drive. When I was looking at that thing, we're just out here spinning in circles. This is like a great place to get hung, so we're gonna fish here. Able to get a hold of something up there? All right, we are in 22 foot of water. Nope, not bad. Like it?
Yeah.
Palmetto Cats. What's up, bud?
What's up, Kevin?
We are in the backwoods of Florida. We are on the Apalachicola River, south of Lake Seminole. We are about 30 miles north of the Gulf of Mexico. And we're flathead fishing, so we're gonna throw some baits back out. We just moved spots. So
About 9 hours south of my house.
right down the road. All right, you need baits?
Me too. I have a hook on one.
All right, got you one here.
Bluegill going down.
That's what we're using for bait, just some little small bluegills. I'm gonna make this bluegill here, man. I'm gonna put a hook to his back. I gotta throw that big bluegill right into his face. These old Dale spires right here.
Yep.
That's an old set too, man. Them things is original.
Let me just tie only weird.
Yeah, that's what I always do. That's always. Let's see them pliers. Either one, you can go that 10 or that 12. Pliers right about. My cutter's on them, done cut so many times. That door. Yeah, he's lost. They got to driving around. They made it to Florida and figured, well, we like it. We might as well stay a few days. And somehow he ended up on a boat with me. So things done got bad for him around here. And he probably wouldn't even know which way to go to get back to the boat ramp right now because I done took him. He's done been in 2 different rivers and 3 different directions. So
Yeah, I don't know where to go.
follow the dogs.
Thought I was going to the beach and I ended up down here in the river in a catfish boat.
I'd rather end up in a catfish boat myself anyways.
Heck yeah.
That beach makes me nervous. Too many people. I'm thinking there may be one right there getting hit, number 2. We've got boats in here anywhere from about the size of a good $50 to big as your hand or maybe a little bigger. Running big cat fever rods, Dale's tackle, smack down rod holders. And I'm rocking the Apex Predator Outfitter shirt. Speaking of that, if anybody ever wants a Size Matters fishing shirt, you can get them at apexpredatoroutfitters.com. And we get a little percentage of that sale. So good way to support the channel is to go buy a shirt.
We got rods gonna get hit right here.
This one here?
Yep.
I believe it. There's a lot of structure down here. I mean, obviously, a lot of structure everywhere in this river. Anyways, like I said, we just out here doing a little fishing. If you hadn't already done so, be sure you check out Jeremy's channel, Finn Seeker TV. Subscribe, give him a share, check out some videos. That means a lot to all of us that make these videos. It is.
I sure appreciate it, guys.
It is. You don't realize when I first started making videos, you really don't realize how much time and effort you put into some of them. And, you know, as simple as just hitting the thumbs up button or sharing it to your favorite social media platform, leaving a comment. Those things make such a big difference to us. It really makes it worth a while. Hey, you ain't kidding. Good. Oh, he come off. Man, that thing may have broke something. He's off there now. I'd reel that in. Good grief. I don't know what that was, man. That thing was going places. That was about as good of a hit as I've seen. Oh, man, how in the world that right there happened? That didn't seem like a flathead there. That seemed like a blue cat or something. Get that thing running. Smashed it. Let's see. I got a bigger hook on it. that thing took off.
Yeah, it did.
I mean, he took that thing and slammed behind the boat. When I was in school, when I was in elementary school, we did this thing in our music class where the teacher was about building confidence and whatnot in you. You know, the teacher made you say, "I'm going somewhere." Every time a fish hits it that hard, that's all I can think of. Down there, third grade program. I'm going. That one was. Now he was gone. Disappeared like a set of rims at a Pup Daddy concert.
I saw all that structure hanging out here. I thought it'd be a good spot.
I didn't even see it, man. I just heard it. You know, I mean, I just heard the side of the boat rattling. Uh-oh, number 3. What's up? The thing's about to dunk it. Yeah, so I don't remember. We may have been talking about this earlier in Jeremy's live stream that he did, but something that I like to do with fishing this heavy a structure, and I mean, we're in heavy, heavy structure, is as soon as I see a bite, we try to get up, get to the rod, get it in your hand, and that way, as soon as you know that, you know, that fish down there's got your bait in its mouth, you kind of bring the fire to it. Now, you miss a few fish like that from setting the hook a little early, but I think you save yourself a lot more fish than you lose, because if you give that fish 6 foot, he's got you in a tree. Smoked it again. Yeah, he's still messing with it. He's got it in his mouth. There he is. It's all right. You sweet talk him out of that. See, that's a really good example of what I was just talking about. This is a small flathead, probably going to be a couple pounds, 3 pounds maybe. So it's not a big fish. But this fish hit it on a side rod and started swimming in deeper water. He started swimming the structure. If he lets that fish go and bury that rod in the rod holder and stay on the bottom, that fish goes under a tree, and you never get that fish back. He goes under a tree. When you pull him, you know, you're burying a hook somewhere, you don't get that fish back. By getting up and getting your hands on that rod early, you're able to pull that fish out. And that fish, though he did go around the tree, he didn't go around a tree on the bottom of the river. He went around a tree that was up off the bottom, you know, and that gives you a chance to keep it. You can't have that flathead on the bottom.
Bites off that tree over there.
Yeah, and I don't think that was the same fish, because that other one, man, he pulled that thing way out there. I can't imagine that fish went right back over there. I think they stacked over there on that tree. Oh yeah. Big one or little? Either one. Both of them pretty good bait.
A lot of action in this little hole so far. No longer we've been here.
It's because they hit the thumbs up button for us. That makes a difference. That makes a fish bite. It does. That makes a fish bite. See how long it takes this rod to get hit this time. Because that's twice he's thrown over there and twice that thing's gotten hit almost instantly. I think the best part about watching somebody fish live is it feels like you're there. When you watch the YouTube playback, you know there's going to be a fish there. When you're watching it live, you don't know what's about to happen. So you're on the edge of your seat. I say you pay for the whole seat, but you only need the edge.
That's right.
Number 2's looking suspicious.
We ain't seen a blue cat yet tonight.
Nope. Figure out how to make them bite. I turn back around and look up here at this screen. That's how you make the fish bite. I've seen a lot of the bites through the screen up there. Look at it, it's getting bit again.
Seen it flicker a while ago.
I'm watching it right now.
Is that a heavy action? Big cat fever there?
Yeah.
Felt pretty heavy.
Yeah, all of those are heavy action. The only difference between that reel that reel is a Shimano Dakota 500, and the other bigger ones I got are 600s. That's a 500, and the one on the Hellcat is a 500 with the new style 500. Yes, they feel a little different, a little lighter in the hand, but the rod's heavy. And that one has Dell's tackle braid on it. That's some braid that we're trying out. It's only 100 pounds, so he'll be coming out with his braid soon.
He yanked that fish out of that cover down there.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it's done really well. I like it, man. It's got a real thin diameter to it. That's 100 pound on there, and it's relatively thin. But it's good, smooth line. It does really well on that Dakota too.
What's the tournament fishing this weekend?
So the one we're fishing this weekend is an M&J tournament, M&J Catfish War. They're based out of, more so up in Georgia, but they do a handful of tournaments each year on the Apalachicola River, Lake Seminole. They run a good trail. We're always glad to go fish with them. So I actually fished with them know, 2 or 3 weeks ago, we had a tournament on Lake Seminole. First one I fished in a while, and first place 3-fish bag was over 100 pounds. I think about 110, something like that. And I had 65 pounds and finished 6th in that tournament. I had one pretty good fish, but couldn't find a second good fish. We'll have one go over there.
I might have just been the current.
Look suspicious though. But I did win the target weight at that last tournament. So they do a target weight. And it's different every tournament, you know. Target weight for that one was 30 pounds, and I had a 28.5 pound blue. So I think it won 180 bucks. That paid for my entry fee plus my fuel.
Cool.
Hey, I'll take a free fishing trip. That being said, if anybody out there wants to sponsor a fishing trip, shoot me a message. I'll send you a PayPal link.
Yeah, at home where we ain't got no current, I mean, if your rod's moving, it's got a fish. I don't messing with it. So have to get used to watching it.
No, it's tough, man. I mean, because either that and the boat's constantly swaying, and I used to fish off of a flat bottom Carolina skiff, 198 DLV. And man, that thing get out here in this current, and when you talk about that thing can spin all the way around on it.
I had a center console boat last year I ran out of, and I ended up selling it. I've just been fishing out of my 17-foot John boat here lately. I need to get me a bigger one. I can hit these bigger rivers with.
I'll say this. When I bought this boat in 2018, I bought it because I was guiding. This boat does not make me catch any more fish. What it does do is it makes me more comfortable while I fish.
Right.
I wanted something. I do fish a lot of tournaments, and I wanted something that I could drive up. You know, and I wanted to be able to make a 60 or an 80 mile run comfortably. And you can close the windshields down on this, and you can run 40 or 50 mile an hour, and you can have a perfect conversation. So that helps.
Old VMAX will get up and go, won't it?
It does pretty good. I get in the I can get in the mid 50s with it on the right water. This is the ongoing battle you face right here. But no, we just wanted to get on here, do a little bit of fishing, and hang out and visit. Got another live stream on Jeremy's channel. So if anybody gets bored, wants to go back and watch that, we covered some good stuff on there as well. We've been battling service a little bit throughout the whole night, but anyways, we're going to hop off here. We may venture over to Facebook here in a minute at the next spot. So if anybody wants to continue fishing, y'all flop over to the Size Matters Fishing Facebook channel, and we may pop up there for a little while. So appreciate y'all for getting on here and watching.
See you guys.
Y'all be sure to go check out Jeremy's channel, and we'll see you.